I'm going to go over an entire SAC from last year. So let's look at question 1. We want to determine the exact equation. Exact equation means exact values for the following parabolas. Choose the appropriate model and express your answer of the form you're choosing. So you got freedom to choose what form you want to get. Okay, so I might do this in green because I got a different color. So for the first question, the form I'll choose is turning point form because we know that turning point 0, 4. Okay, so the form will be y equals ax minus h squared plus k. Now I can sub in my turning point already because I know I haven't moved left or right, so my h is 0. My k would be 4 because I moved 4 up. Now all I need to do is sub in 5, 0. So sub in 5, 0 to get my a value. So when y is 0, x is 5. So 5 5 is 25, 25a plus 4. So a would equal, if you use the calculator, you should get -4 on 25. Okay, and which makes sense, it's round. So therefore, y equals, your final equation will be -4 on 25, x squared plus 4, like that. Okay, so that's your final equation. For b, you've got 2 x-intercepts, so I'm going to use the factor form. So y equals ax minus b, x minus c, sub in what I know. So I know what my 2 factors are. One is 0, so your factor is going to be x. The other one will be x plus 2. And we need to find out what our a is. Sub in 1, 3. So 3 equals a 1 plus 2, so sub in 1 for x, so that's 3, 1. So a equals to 1, so therefore y equals x times x plus 2. Okay, I'll just move the x in the front. For C, you've got 3 points, so you have no way to do it except use your CAS calculator. So I'm going to go on to my spreadsheet. So remember, we have 3 different points. It's best to use spreadsheet. So I've got -1, 2, 3, 2, and 1, -2. And you better hope that it gives you exact answers, because if it doesn't, you have to use the long way. So not interactive, calc, regression, quadratic regression. Great, it gives us it gives us nice values. So I'm not sure if I can paste it here. Better not, go back to it. So your equation will be y equals 1x squared, y equals x squared minus 2x minus 1, y equals x squared minus 2x minus 1. Okay, y equals x squared minus 2x minus 1 is your answer. Okay, so your form would be ax squared plus bx plus c, and you're using the spreadsheet tool. If it doesn't work, you have to use the long way. Okay, we'll work through the long way in class. D, we have a turning point and a y-intercept, so I'm going to use the TP form. So y equals, I'm not even going to write the TP form because I've written it before. So I know that that's a x minus 2 squared plus 2. I need to sub in for my a, so I sub in 0, 6 to get what my a value is. 6 equals a when 6 is 0, so -2 squared plus 2. So 6 equals 4a plus 2. 4a equals 4. 4 equals 4a. A equals 1. So therefore, y equals x minus 2 squared minus 2. Plus 2, sorry. Plus 2. That's your final answer. Okay. Next question. It's a word problem. So a bird in a forest takes off from a small tree at point A. So that's where the tree is. It goes down underwater. So underwater, the x-axis represents the water line. Goes underwater, catches fish at point B before eating the fish at the taller point, at a tall tree at point C. The bird's flight path shown on the graph on the right. The graph's not drawn to scale. The graph follows the equation this. Okay, so you're going to have to draw the graph on the CAS calculator. So I'm going to put this on the CAS calculator. 0.02 x squared minus 0.4 x plus 1, and you're going to graph this. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the graph. Now, obviously my domain's not very good, so I'm just going to go a quick scan to see how we're faring. As you can see, our x range, well, our y range is a bit too high. That's why it's looking a bit squished at the top and bottom. Okay, so what you have to do is you go your y range maybe from -3 to 3. Let's see if that, or -3 to 5. Let's see if that helps. Okay, that looks a bit better. Okay, so that's all we need. Now, what is the height of the tree in meters, the small tree? The height of the small tree is from A to the y-intercept basically. So you're just going to go analysis, G-solve, y-intercept. The height of the small tree is 1 meter. 1 meter. You could have gotten the height by just looking at the equation, because that's the C value. Find the horizontal distance in meters, correct 2 decimal places, to the bird that the bird entered the water. So how far horizontally did the bird take to enter the water? So it's finding the first intercept. So I'm going to go analysis, G-solve, root. It's 3.33 meters. Okay, so 3.33 meters. So this is where it enters the water, and it's 3.33. Oops, 3.33, like that. Exit the water. So it exited at this intercept, so we need to find what that is. So I'm going back to root, 10 meters. Okay, so 10 meters. Technically, it says correct 2 decimal places, so 10.00 meters. Okay, so just be precise. Next question, caught the fish. So caught the fish, we're swimming at point B, so just find how far horizontally. So what's your x coordinate when it caught the fish? So minimum 6.67. Okay, 6.67. 6.67 meters. It is known that the tall tree at point C is 7 meters above the water level. Find the horizontal distance from the small tree to the largest tree. So what is the distance from A to C horizontally? Okay, so we need to find the coordinate of C. Okay, so we know that the tree is 7 meters. So we're just trying to find when that equals 7. Okay, so I'm just going to use xcal, ycal. So G-solve, xcal, ycal. We know our y value, so we're just trying to find the corresponding x value. So y value is 7, my corresponding x value. So we're just going to make sure we have our graph is big enough. So I might want to zoom out a bit. The reason why it's not working is because the point doesn't exist when the graph window is too small. So we're going to make sure it works. So I'm going to go analysis, G-solve, xcal, ycal, xcal when it equals 7. So we can see that the tree is pretty tall. It's 22.3 meters. Okay, 22.3 meters, or 22.3, yeah, 30 meters. 22.30 meters. 0.30 meters. Okay, so what's happened? Oops, there's a point here. So what's happening here is that we're just trying to find. We know that the y coordinate is 7. What's my x coordinate? And it happens to be when you know you go xcal, y is equals 7. You get x value 22.3. Okay, question 3. Bianca is the next generation entrepreneur and needs help modeling her business performance. She opened a store which sells designer handbags. We've got the months here, so months 2, 5, and 9, and the profit in dollars of these profits, corresponding profit. Find the correct model, exact values for A, B, and C. So all you need to do is try to use the spreadsheet tool to see if it works, because we've essentially got 3 coordinates. So I'm just going to delete all that. So when t equals 2, 5, and 9, we've got a profit of 1110, 750, and 1390. And I'm going to use the calculus regression, quadratic regression. Okay, good. It comes up with nice clean numbers, so I don't need to use the long way. So y equals 40x squared minus 400x plus 1750. So y equals 40x squared plus 400x, and what's the next one? Minus 400x plus 1750. 1750. Minus 1750. Now it said to use the following quadratic model. So as you can see, it says use p. So instead of y, we have p equals 40t squared plus or minus 400t minus 1750. So we deducted marks if you wrote it in terms of x and y. Okay, so make sure you stick to the context. Find the profit made after the first month. So it's pretty straightforward. You're just subbing in 1 into the equation. So when t is 1, you get 40 minus 400 plus, minus 1750. Minus 1750. 50. So find the profits made in the first month. So what's happened here in the first month? You got negative 2110. So negative 2110. So she made a loss of 2110 in the first month. If you check in the second month, so if you go 42 squared minus 402 minus 1750. Okay, let me double check the spreadsheet. Calc regression, correct regression. Okay, that's meant to be a plus, because it doesn't make sense that she made a loss at the very start. Okay, so let's go back to this. I miscopied the equation. Okay, so let's go back. So that's meant to be plus over here. So the answer is 1. She made a profit of 1390. And part C, it says Bianca has dreams of becoming a young millionaire in 5 years' time. So T equals 60. Are her ambitions realistic? Justify answer. Okay, so let's check what her profit is after 60. T equals 60. So I'm going to go 40, 60 squared, because 60 months would have passed. 40 by 60 plus 1750. 121750. 121750. So when t equals 60, p equals 121750. So no. After 6 years, she would only have a profit of 121750. So she hasn't reached the ambitions of reaching being a millionaire status. So you have to write that you've calculated this, and you don't write a conclusion. So no, after 6 years you would have only this amount of money. Okay, so just be mindful how you do it. Question 4, consider quadratic equation, find expression for the discriminant in terms of p. Pretty straightforward. So b squared b squared minus 4ac. So my b would be my p. So p squared minus 4 times 1 times 2p. You can simplify it. So that's minus 8p. Okay, that's your discriminant. Final answer. For what values of p are there two solutions? Two solutions mean discriminant is greater than 0. So p minus 8p is greater than 0. Now, because this is calculated aloud, don't do this by hand, please. Go x squared minus 8x is greater than 0. Interactive and solve. So x is less than 0 or x is greater than 8. Okay, so x is less than 0 or x is greater than 8. Sorry, not x. Be really careful. So p is greater than, less than 0 or p is greater than 8. Okay. There's no solution. No solution means discriminant is less than 0. Okay, so go in the calculator, less than 0. X, p is between 0 and 8. Okay, and one solution equals 0. I don't even need to use a calculator because I know it's just p equals 0 and 8. 0 and 8 like that. Now consider the quadratic equation. Okay, now it's got to amp up the difficulty. Find an expression for the discriminant of the p. So the discriminant is b squared. My b happens to be p minus 2 squared minus 4 by negative 2p plus 1 times my c, which is 6p. Okay. You can leave the form like that because calculate question. I'm not expecting you to make it nice and pretty. Show the discriminant is a perfect square. Okay. No, we have to actually do that. So show that means you've got to show you're working. So you can't use a calculator to help you. So if I expand this, I get p squared minus 2p. No, minus 4p, sorry. Minus 4p plus 4. Now, I can combine this together because I've got 6p and negative 4. So it's negative 24p by negative 2p plus 1. So I can expand this. So you'll get positive 48p squared minus 24p. Okay, let's simplify this. So you've got how many p squared? You've got 50p squared. Not 58, 49p squared. So you've got 49p squared. P squared, how many p's do we have? We have negative 28p plus 4. Okay. And let's see if we can get a perfect square from this. The square root of 49p is 7p. And the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 7p is 14p. Double that is 28p. Yes, it happens to be equal to the middle term. Okay, so your final answer, because it says shows that the discriminant is a perfect square, so if you factorize it, you'll get 7p minus 2 squared. Okay, because remember, when you expand 50 squared, you go that squared, so 49p squared. You got that squared, which is positive 4, and the middle term is this times that, so 7p minus times minus 2, which is minus 14p. Double that is negative 28p. So yes, it is a perfect square. So we've shown that. Okay, so it's really important that you show the process. You can't fudge it. For p not equal to 2, as explained why there's always two rational solutions. Because we've got a perfect square. Because 7p discriminant equals 7p minus 2 squared, which is a perfect square, which is a perfect square, it means that 7p minus 2p squared is always greater than 0. So when we sum into 7 to 2 over 7, that's going to equal 0. Okay, so if p does not equal 2 over 7, it means that because when you sum in 2 over 7, it happens to be a solution to this, so this will go to 0. Okay, you don't want it to go to 0 because 0 discriminant of 0 means you've got one solution. We don't want one solution, we want two rational solutions. So to get two rational solutions, you want it to be always more than or any number that's not 2 over 7. So means that you want means that 7p minus 2 squared will be always greater than 0. As long as it's not equal to that, it's always going to be greater than 0, which means two solutions, two rational solutions. Okay. Another way to think about this is you've got discriminant versus p. Your intercept here is 2 over 7, and it's a smiley face. So as you can see, as long as it doesn't equal here, any value above it will be a perfect square, and it will be above the axis, above the p-axis. Okay, so this is why you want everything except 0. Okay, so the key point is you're trying to explain it's a perfect square. Okay. Question 6, Sarah wishes to create two squares of different sizes from 80 centimeter piece of copper wire. One side has a side length x and the other has a side length y. So you've got two shapes, x, 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 y, 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 y. And we know the perimeter is given by 80, so form an equation, okay, combined perimeter. So perimeter equals 4x plus 4y. Oops, 4x plus 4y. Plus 4y. And yep, so that's the expression. Show that the combined area is given by this formula. Now, on your test, that might be plus, change it to minus, please. Okay, there was a typo there. So I don't want people getting, the question wrong because they couldn't see what the problem was. Okay, so now the area is given by x squared plus y squared. Okay, because that's x squared, that's y squared, right? Now, when I write can you see the formula they've given us has only x's? So we want to write a y in terms of x, okay? And we're going to have to use the first equation to help us. So I'm going to use the go in red pen. We know the perimeter is 80, 4x plus 4y. Rearrange to make y subject, so 4y equals 80 minus 4x. Rearrange, y equals 20 minus x, okay? So I'm going to sub that into this equation. So go a equals x squared plus 20 minus x squared. Now we have in terms of x, we need to show how we get that answer. So x squared plus 400 minus 20 times negative x is negative 20. Negative 20 double that is 40x plus x squared. Okay, so therefore I've shown that x squared plus x squared minus 40x plus 400. So can you see these are important steps to show, otherwise I can't get full marks. Sketch the graph, label all important features between x equals 0 and x equals 20 and the endpoints. Okay, so I want to draw the graph of what they've given us. So remember, if I can't show that, that's fine, move on to the next part. Use that answer to move on to the next part. So I've got, I'm going to draw the graph, not negative, 2x squared minus 40x plus 400. Now, girls, please use your common sense. Your y set's 400, so you got to get an idea of like how big the graph's going to be, or where I'm going to go for it. Because if it's not going to show up, then you've got to know how to find it. Okay, see, it's not showing up, so it's giving you an idea of what to put the y. Okay, so maybe I'll put y equals 0 to 500. Let's see if it shows up then. Okay, great, it shows up. Okay, how good is that? All right, sometimes common sense does help you. All right, so we want to draw the graph from 0 to 20. So let's see what the minimum is first. Minimum is 0 to 100, 10 to 100. So your graph's going to look something like this. You've got the area versus your x. Okay. Now, obviously, you're going to use a ruler for this, and this is the turning point is 10 to 100. Okay. I need my y-intercept, or my a-intercept in this case. So analysis, g-solve y-intercept. That's 400. I know what that is. I should actually know that without using a calculator. So I know the y-intercept. Now it says it stopped at 20, so you've got to check what the value is at 20. So go analysis, g-solve, y-cal at 20, x values at 20. So 20, it happens to be 400. Okay, so what's happening here is it's terminating here. Oops, it's terminating here. So you got to label the endpoint. So 20, 400, and we're done. Okay, that's the graph, but make sure it's neat. And later, so label important features, axis labels, point label, y-intercept label, and endpoint label. Okay. So state the value of x and y which minimizes the area used. Okay, so the minimum happens when x equals 10 centimeters, I think. So can you see the minimum happens at 10? We want to find the corresponding minimum y. So y happens to be 20 minus x. So y min is 20 minus x, which is 10. So y min is 10 centimeters as well. And that's your final answer, girls. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to do the SAC. So as you can see, the SAC is very achievable, right? But please read the question carefully and don't stress too much because, you know, sometimes you are your own worst enemy. It's not as bad as you think.